My name is Chris Blom. I'm the Workers' Comp Director for Six Man Employer and Insurance Services. Being in the industry as long as I have, I've met and worked with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs. And I've learned that they're a different breed. But at the end of the day, they are still just people. And we know that people, like any other animal, when they're backed into a corner, they tend to have a instinctual, visceral reaction to having that feeling, right? And so the workers' comp system in California is doing just that to employers, and it's making us feel things that we don't necessarily like. When an employer chooses to work with a broker, they're choosing to utilize that person's experience, their ability to navigate the market, and to leverage those relationships. But most of all, an employer wants to feel like they have options when it comes to insurance. Since the year 2000, we've observed the cycles of the workers' comp market in California. There are highs and there are lows, but the lows can make it feel like the metaphorical pond is kind of drying up and it gets harder to breathe. What I'm referring to is that these employers sometimes have a lack of options, and CFOs or decision makers of these companies are more likely to approve an expensive insurance quote if they have 5 other quotes that tell them that these are going to be the rates that they have to pay. Here at Six Man, we have literally built our brokerage on offering options and alternatives to employers for their workers' compensation policy needs. Now, when the market dictates that an employer has to pay X amount, they come to us, and oftentimes we find that we can provide a more cost-effective solution for them. How do we do this? So not only do we work with most of the same carriers as all the other brokers out there, but we spend time forming relationships with specialty carriers and organizations that are able to offer solutions that are out of the box or considered alternative for our clients. And the result is that our clients wind up securing workers' comp coverage that looks a lot better on their profit and loss report. In other words, savings. So if you or somebody you know just seems to have workers' comp challenges, or if you're operating in an injury-prone industry, I would highly recommend speaking with us before just settling with whatever quotes or premiums the market is dictating to you that you just have to pay. So give us a try. It'll be well worth your time.